Hello, Mr. van Geulik.
Hello, Barry. How are you? How are
Fine.
you doing? How's the journey been out there? Because you came from the Netherlands, I heard.
Yes.
All the way to the Caribbean.
Yeah, it was a pretty long flight, but I noticed the surroundings and the people are very welcoming.
Yeah.
And,
Very beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the scenery as well. The landscape is very pretty.
Yeah. I was last year in the Netherlands, and this weather is way better, right?
Yeah, way better. It's so much warmer here. Sunny, white beaches, crystal clear water.
After the work is done, you can go.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. But to start this conversation, tell me something about yourself. Who are you? Who's Barry?
Yes, I'm by nature a very committed person, and
Okay.
I love to see progresses in projects, in businesses, and I like to see efficiency and growth.
Okay. Do you have some experience with projects? Because I heard
Yes.
you mention it.
Because of my study international business, I worked a lot working with business models,
Okay.
also
yeah.
with creating marketing strategies
Mhm.
as
You can
well,
work on that.
and also learned how to efficiently work with a group and how to progress as a person
Mm-hmm.
and reflect and execute as well.
And in the group, what kind of person are you?
I'm a team player, I'm an all-rounder, and I would like to be seen as a approachable person.
Okay, and where are you looking for us?
I like to experience new experience in the business field because I only have my study and some work experience in catering and
So that's your past experience.
yes,
yeah,
indeed.
Okay.
And I like to see how the professional world actually works in businesses, and I like to see the internal processes, what happens, and how to improve them and how to grow them
Yeah.
as well.
And for that job, how did it go? How did it go with your boss and your coworkers? Did you get along well, or?
Yes, I have a very good team with I'm working in a catering service,
Okay. Yeah.
and my boss is really down to earth, and I have a good relationship with all my coworkers as well.
Yeah. And did you get in sick a lot of times, or are you always there? So your health is good.
Yeah, I'm always present. I only have some minor injuries with basketball. I sprained my ankle one time.
Yeah, it can happen, man. Yeah, I know.
But that doesn't stop me from being productive and working on school projects, etc.
Okay. And I looked at your CV and I saw that you had your job, but now being a little bit quiet for a certain time. You have like a gap between the work you had and the work you're going to do now. What is going on with that?
Well, as explained earlier, it was because of my sprained ankle, and I couldn't work for a pretty long time. But I still managed to achieve some achievements in school. I
Good.
worked well online in Teams as well when I couldn't walk,
Okay.
and I didn't let my injury stop me whatsoever.
So you can really deal with like situations
Yeah,
at hand.
and
Okay.
I can say that I'm a flexible person when it comes regards with unexpected situations.
Yeah, and is that then also one of your strengths?
Yes, it's one of my strengths, and compared with, I want to radiate my dependability and flexibility, and I think working as an intern at a consultant firm, working with companies and expressing my strengths as a dependable person really brings out my full potential as well.
Okay. And you have like in a group, what can you add to the group?
Well, I am the spokesperson of the group. I'm approachable always. So if you doesn't matter if it's personal problems, but also professional problems, you can always come to me and ask for advice, no matter what the situation is.
Yeah, and so with that group, you experience also weaknesses of yourself, your working points, and some things you can look at.
Yes, I noticed that sometimes I make quick judgments as well, and that can lead to hasty decisions and also leads to poor relationships. But that is something that I'm working on. I can see my progress in making decisions. I try to fully understand what it's spoken about, what is discussed before I'm making an immediate action.
Okay.
And I tell to myself to not be as strict to with my decisions as well. And while working with business strategies, this is really important to first understand the company you're working with, and to not make hasty decisions based on your strictness.
So you would say that for working with a company, you need to experience first a lot in the company for you to work professionally.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and now we can play a little game. I ask this all the new internship trainees. Like, we're gonna work with marketing strategies, but to make it very clear, can you explain it to like a little boy? Like in a smaller guy, make it very simple in like four sentences. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Marketing strategy.
Here's a situation: a kid comes to a candy store.
Yeah.
And he's trouble with choosing which candy he wants, and he sees a section of lollipops, and it says one lollipop is one lollipop extra if you buy one lollipop.
Okay.
This exaggerates on creating customer value and what the customer actually wants. And with this marketing strategy as buy one get one for free, every kid can be spoken to with the prices as well, so they can be attractive to your project.
Okay, that's a good explanation. The end is maybe a bit difficult for a child, but I agree with, like, if you would tell them that, you would understand it. Yeah, so it's a good one. I never heard it like that before. But something else. Do you have any questions for us?
Yes. I'd like to know what it's like in the first week to work with a business and to improve their strategies.
Okay, and like we are working with a new project, and that project helps us consult for a new firm concerning mobile phones, and working with those phones and the strategy as a consultant to help them grow. What are some key elements you possess to make it work? What are some activities or some things you are actually really good at? Because then we can start you off with like a project and work from there and see how you can do.
Well, I'm really good at analyzing data.
Okay.
So I can crunch numbers really good and see where the problem lies at the core of the business. If something doesn't add up, we have to, of course, improve it and make a different strategy, which I'm also relatively skilled at.
Okay.
So for a phone company, I would first see and carry out experiments of the customer satisfaction and see if it lies with the customer and if it is a marketing aspect that needs to be improved.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. And did you get a feel for the island yet? Or
yes. Today I'm going to travel with a boat to go snorkeling.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I'm really excited to see all the exotic flora and fauna under the sea, the aquatic life.
Very nice. I'm going to discuss it with some colleagues, but I think we will see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Yes, have a nice day.
9 minuten 11.